So Dave Portnoy, for reference, is he a billionaire?
Close to. I think he made 700, maybe.
He has a lot of money. He's the founder and CEO of Barstool Sports. And he sat down with Shannon Sharpe and he talked about how his ex-wife still has access to his bank account. Let's play this.
Hold on. Is it true your ex-wife have access to your bank account?
Yeah. I told you I trust her implicitly.
I beg your pardon?
Implicitly. I trust her. If she wanted to take it, she could. There's very few people that you meet where you can trust implicitly. And to be honest, she was there when we were living at the in-laws' house. She was there when we couldn't afford a hamburger. She was there through the grind. She, to me, just like we kind of separated when we started making it.
Right.
So she doesn't get to enjoy any of that.
Right.
To me, that's not right.
Wow.
I'm a loyalty guy.
You are a boy. You loyal to the song for real.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people doing that.
No, it surprises people. But she could have, if she wanted to do something with it, she could have done with it a long time ago.
If your ex-wife, is she married?
She's dating somebody, boyfriend.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah. I want her to be happy. It's true.
But then she can't get no more access, Dave. She got to cut off, cut a low.
I won't even notice if it's gone.
You mean to tell me she might?
I mean, if she takes it all.
No. But she might take, like, you know what? I'm gonna have this extravagant wedding. I'm gonna spend, $500,000 on a wedding. You cool with?
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Lord have mercy. What did you learn during that marriage about yourself?
She's still my best friend. Like, we get along
better as friends than
yeah,
in a relationship.
Yeah, but she was with me at the beginning of this company. And like, if she called me right now, it's like, I need you, I'd be there. It's like, it just didn't work.
Okay, so he said his ex-wife has access to his bank account.
Okay.
Because she was there from the beginning. Mm-hmm. She was there when they were splitting a slice of pizza. And, all this stuff.
Okay, I'll ask you your thoughts because you seem to be dismayed by this. But is this a media story, or has she confirmed that when she logged in, she can see $228 million?
I don't know what it is to have somebody have access to my bank account. I don't know what that is.
Troy said he's at
150 million. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is there anybody who would give access to your account to?
No.
Okay.
Well, I just don't know why that's necessary. I love you with my whole heart. Mm-hmm. I love you with my heart and your heart. But why do you have to have access to my bank account?
What about debit card access?
If we're together, let alone a divorce, if we're together, why do we talked about this before? I feel like I have a bank account, you have a bank account, and then we have a family. Okay. We have a joint account, right?
Okay.
But I would never understand why somebody would have access to my bank account. I don't understand that.
Would you give them access to the debit card? Like, what do you have to go like pee real bad? And you like, baby, go to the debit card, go pay. You wouldn't be like 1284 or whatever.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, you give somebody a code, I'm talking about like a shared. Why would somebody have access? I don't know why you need to have access to my bank account. I just don't understand that.
Maybe she was the angel investor that helped finance it when he didn't have anything.
You can get paid. Angel investors get paid. They get equity and they get paid, and they could get, cash buyouts, and there's, cash considerations. And I'm all for taking care of people.
Dilutable shares, a whole bunch of options, right?
I'm all for taking care of people that have done good by you and people that's valuable to you. But I just don't understand. And it has nothing to do with money, because I could have $100, I could have $100 million, I could have $10 million, I could have $1 million. I still would think the same way. I just can't understand why somebody would have access to your bank account. I just don't understand that. If you need money, I'll just give you money.
Maybe it's guilt for what he didn't do when they were together. That was my first thought. Maybe he's trying to make up for maybe not being present. I don't know. Shout to Dave, shout to Barstool. But maybe him not being present, he's trying to make up for it by giving her that when she believed in him when no one else did. And maybe, the time in the business caused the divorce, and he feels guilty about that. A lot of people that's the part that's not talked about entrepreneurship. When you're on that grind mode, you may lose your relationship in pursuit of the thing.
That's usually what happens, honestly.
Yep.
Most people on that Forbes list is divorced. Why is that? Because they prioritize one thing over their relationship. They prioritize their business over their family.
Yeah. Yeah. And fellas, y'all gotta quit saying, yo, they should stick things through. It's like, no, you should have some of that shit together before. Now I can see if you're 25 or 24, but you can't be 48 and you've been working on an idea for 13 years. Like, yo, my wife won't stick it through. It's tough, bro. It's not 1920.
Well, how do you feel about it?
I think it's crazy. So sorry. But maybe, I mean, my only way to rationalize it is if she invested heavily into the business. It's still not right, but I'm trying to think from his lens why he would do it. But would I do it? No. The ex-wife? What? And I heard she got a boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's crazy. You finna take my Barstool money and take Mike to the bar? No way. Not on my dime. Sorry.
Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. And this goes back to say sometimes in life it don't matter how much money you are. If you're a nut, you're a nut. No disrespect to him. No disrespect to him. But I don't want to like, yo, well, if you having money doesn't
alleviate the lane.
It doesn't. And it has nothing like people like, well, people are saying like people with no money is criticizing somebody with $100 million. Like you could still have an opinion. Like just because you have money, there's a lot of weirdos with money.
And a lot of people have been cleaned out sharing their bank accounts too. Yeah. That's not being taught. A lot of artists, a lot of executives
there's a lot of weird people, socially awkward people that are fucking have weird fetishes, fantasies. There's a lot of weirdos with money.
There are a lot of financial abuse kinks.
Kinks, all types of freaky shit that people are into because they got, but like that doesn't change who you are as a core person. It actually it'll just accelerate it even more.
Yeah.
So the money conversation to me, that doesn't mean anything. If you're a weird person, you're a weird person.
Yeah.
Just because you're rich doesn't make you not be a weird person. You're a rich, weird person. But put in chat, do you think that that's advisable to
honorable
give somebody access? And like I said, you could do whatever you want. I'm not mad at the situation because I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But I'm just saying from just a purely my opinion, I don't see why it would ever be necessary to give somebody access to your bank account, let alone somebody that you're no longer with. Like, how does that even make sense? What if you get married? Now you're gonna have 3 people on your bank account. You're gonna have you.
Because the wife for sure need access if the ex got it.
Exactly. That's crazy as hell.
That's crazy.
Your wife and your ex-wife, or you're going to not have your wife on the bank account, and then you're going to have a wife that does not have access to your bank account, and then have an ex-wife that has access to your bank account.
And if both of them have access, they're going to get in a group text together because you're the lick, and they're going to have a lick off and leave with all the money.
And you don't think the wife is going to be looking at the expenses that the ex-wife is putting on
for
the bank
sure.
Account? I don't care if it's everything is responsible. It's still going to be triggering to your wife that your ex-wife is spending money out of your bank account.
Let alone a large amount. Boy, what do you know? So I got to have these conversations early. But shout Dave to come talk about that Blackout. I would love a clarifying question for you. So.